Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Namaste. In the last part, we were trying to understand the meaning of the 23rd verse of the Dandagam, that as Janayitri, mother of the universe, Shri Tripura Devi contains everything inside her before the creation, like a seed containing the tree. Now the last sentence of this long 23rd verse, यदि त्वद् भक्तिहीनस्य तत्त्वस्य का अर्थक्रिया कारिता तदिति तस्मिन् विधौ तस्य किं धाम किं नाम किं कर्म किं शर्म किं नर्म किं वर्म किं धर्म का गतिः का रतिः का मतिः किं वर्जनीयं च. यदि त्वद् भक्तिहीनस्य तत्त्वस्य का अर्थक्रिया कारिता. What inspiration is there essentially for a person who does not have devotion towards you? Artha Kriya is a special usage. It means the stimulus or the motivating power. That is something that inspires to act. When a person does not have devotion towards you, O Mother, then what impulse or inclination is there for him to function? Taditi tasmin vidhau tasya. As such, for that kind of lack of devoutness, for such a condition, kim dhama kim nama. Where is the ground it can rest? What is the name for such a condition? Kim karma kim sharma. How can it function and what is its benefit? Kim narma, kim varma. How can it expand and what is the protection for it? Kim dharma ka gatihi. What ethics can it have and where is a future for it? Ka gatihi. Where is a future for it? Ka ratihi, ka matihi. What is going to be its gratification and what is its logic? Kim varjaniyam. And by discarding anything, will there be any benefit? There will be none too. The essence of this sentence is that being the mother of the universe and the supporter of all living organisms, there is no more refuge than the great goddess Parashakti. And if one does not take refuge in her, then there is no other shelter for such a non-believer. Shaktastu parameshani shaktya yukto yada bhavet. That is, even Lord Shiva becomes powerful only when he is with Shakti. Next, 24th verse explains from the Tantric viewpoint the stages of creation of the universe in the form of 36 tattvas, which was held inside the goddess, and that Sri Chakra is the sacred symbol which represents that process. A very important verse. Jaditi yadi sarva shunyantar bhumau nijecha samunmesha samayam samasadya balarka kotyam sharupa vigarbhikrutashesha samsara bijanubadhasi kandam tada tvamambika giyase. What is subtly described here is about the central point of Sri Chakra. Sri Chakra Madhya Bindu. Sarva Shunyantar Bhumau. Inside the central Bindu, which is described here as Sarva Shunya Antar Bhumi. That is the inner realm of the all-encompassing emptiness. Note the choice of the usage, Sarva Shunya. It is emptiness, Shunyam. Yet the entire moving and non-moving universe and the organisms to be created are included in it. Sarvam. Sarva Shunyam. There can be no better word to describe the central point of Sri Chakra than this word, Sarva Shunya. Jaditi Nijechasamunmesha samayam samasadya. Jhatiti, as soon as the time is appropriate to fulfill your desire, that is when the time for creation or throwing out all that are held inside you is ripe, Balarka Kotyamsha Rupa, with the immense tender reddish brightness of the rising sun, Vigarbhikrita Ashesha Samsara Bija Anubaddhasi. O Mother, you enfold the form of the fully ripened seed of the entire creation. Ashesha Samsara Bija, that is ready to burst and push forth the sprout. Kandam Tada, because of that, then Tvam Ambika Giyase, you are praised as Mother. Ambika. You are hailed as Mother because, like a mother giving birth to her child, the entire creation is given birth by you, is pushed out of you, ejected by you like a seed projecting out the sprout. It is mentioned similarly in Yogini Hridayam also, Atmanaha Sphuranam Pashyed Yada Sa Paramakala Ambika Rupamapanna Paravaka Samudirita. Meaning, by observing her own state of expanding impulse, the great dynamic Shakti, Paramakala, assumes the form of Ambika, that is Mother. Garbhadhara Dhara is an epithet of Parashakti. It means one who bears the base in her womb. What is this base? The basis of the universe consisting of objects and sound, Artha Prapancha and Shabda Prapancha. 36 tattvas are base or basis for the Artha Prapancha, and the sound forms like Para, Pashyanti, Madhyama, Vaikhari are the basis for the Shabda Prapancha. As she holds within herself these two in the form of Bija in her womb before creation, she is called Garbhadhara Dhara. Garbha Adhara Dhara. Tattvas are the essence of universe. They are the hierarchical or successive steps or levels in creation. They are 36 in number, namely Shiva, Shakti, Sadashiva, Ishvara, Shuddha Vidya, Maya, Kala, Vidya, Raga, Kala, Niyati, Purusha, Prakriti, Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara, that is the mind, intellect and ego, Shrotra, Tvak, Chakshu, Jihva, Ghrana, that is the 5 sensory organs of hearing, touch, seeing, taste and smell, Vak, Pani, Pada, Payu, Upastha, that is the 5 organs of action, namely mouth, hands, legs, and organs of excretion and enjoyment, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, that is the 5 subtle elements or tanmatras, namely sound, touch, sight, taste and smell. Then Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jalam, Bhumi, that is the 5 gross elements, namely space, air, fire, water, and finally earth. So they are known as Shivadi Bhumi Paryantam, from the subtlest Shiva to the grossest earth, 36 in number. The continuation of the process is explained now in the next part of the 24th verse by describing the subtle nature of the first triangle of the Sri Chakra. The first triangle, Prathama Trikonam, the one which covers the middle point Bindu. This process, which unfolds on the highest divine plane, is further described as Parashakti assuming the aspect of 4 goddesses or 4 transcendental cosmic energies. First is Ambika, the mother of creation, who is none other than Sri Mahatripura Sundari herself. And then comes Vama, since she vomits the universe, projects it outside together with the energy of will, Ichha Shakti. Vamanam means vomiting or throwing out. After then comes Jeshtha, together with the power of knowledge, Jnana Shakti, since she takes cognizance of her creation on this plane. Vama represents the creation, Srishti, and Jeshtha represents sustenance or preservation, that is Sthiti. The creative movement stops here and a reverse reabsorption movement starts, which is destruction or samhara, and the goddess takes on now a fearsome form as Raudri and arises with the power of action, Kriya Shakti. The central triangle, Mula Trikonam or Prathama Trikonam of the Sri Chakram is thus complete, its three sides being made of the forms Vama, Jeshtha and Raudri, with Ambika or Sri Mahatripura Sundari in the central point. Now let us come back to the Dandakam. This process is explained further in this 24th verse of the Dandakam. Tadanu parijanita kutilagra tejonkura janani vameti samsthuyase. After that, in the process of creation, the seed in the form of the mother, Janani, projects out or throws out the sprout, Ankura, of divine luminescence, and its end assumes the shape of a hook, Kutilagra. Kutila here means oblique, that is, from the central point or Bindu, it takes a bend to the left to form an oblique or diagonal line rising upwards. And you are praised as Vama. Tataha baddha suspashta rekha shikha jeshthe sambhavyase. Then, when the diagonal line reaches the upper point, it becomes a straight line, horizontal line towards the right in the form of a fine and clear flame. Then you are known as Jeshtha. Saiva Shringataka Akaradam Agata Tada Raudri iti Vikhyapyase. Then that line itself completes into the shape of a triangle, Shringataka Akarata, by descending diagonally to join the starting point, and then you are known as Raudri. What is narrated here is the process of creation mentioned in the Shaiva Tantras. Let us briefly ponder over this topic now. Parashakti, who is inseparable from Paramashiva, by her own will, projects the world as we know it, and Sri Chakram is the graphic representation of that projection. Let us try to understand this through a verse from the tantric text called Yogini Hridayam. It is mentioned there in this verse, Yada sa parama shaktihi swechaya vishwarupini spurattam atmanaha pashyet tada chakrasya sambhavah. When the great goddess, the supreme Shakti, who projects herself out of her own desire as cosmic manifestation, observe herself as emanating vibrations, Spurata, then at that point the Sri Chakram also emerges. From a single point Bindu, it expands to various lines, angles and triangles, circles and squares. The concentric series of triangles that formulate Sri Chakram result from the intersections of 5 triangles with apex downwards representing the power of Shakti, and 4 triangles with apex upwards representing fire or the Shiva aspect. The cosmos emerges through this play of Shiva and Shakti. Thus, the entire cosmic sport of the goddess who creates and dissolves this universe is implicitly present in the very pattern of Sri Chakra. While commenting on the one particular verse in Nitya Shodashi Karnava, the well-known commentators such as Sri Vidyananda, Sri Rajanaka Jayaratha, Sri Bhaskara Raya, all of them have mentioned reverentially Sri Deepakanatha Siddha and quoted this portion of the Dandagam in their commentary. This is that verse from Nitya Shodashi Karnava. Pravishya Paramarganta Sukshmakara Swarupini Kavalikrita Nishesha Bijankurataya Sthita. The subtle process creating the worldly dimension is mentioned in this verse. Pravishya Paramarga Antah. By entering into a new portal to a new dimension called earthly dimension or Vyavaharika Dasha, the goddess in her transcendental form, Sukshmakara Swarupa, ejects out or throws out in the form of a sprout from a seed the entire cosmic phenomena and comes out as Vama, as the first aspect of deity in the cosmic or worldly dimension. That portal is the Bindu, the central point of Sri Chakra. Here the Bija, the seed, is the cause, and the Ankura, the sprout, is the effect. Therefore, the first cause-effect perception, which is an essential element, an important aspect of the worldly dimension, of this earthly dimension, thus comes into force. It is also worthwhile to understand this particular verse from Yogini Hridayam. Dharma dharmau tathatmanau matrumeyau tatha prama navayonyatmakam chakram chidananda ghanam mahat. That is, the whole cosmic sphere or the earthly dimension known as Vyavaharika Satta or relative reality, like for example the notions of right and wrong, dharma, dharmau, the concepts like the absolute and the living being, or the creator and the created, atmanau, that is Paramatman and Jivatman, subject that knows, objectivity and knowledge, matru, meyau, tatha prama, or what is known as Tripudi, subject, object and knowledge, and so on, thus become manifested. And that is why Sri Chakram is considered as Navayonyatmakam, as the ninefold womb of the substance or concentration of the dynamism of the consciousness. Chidananda Ghanam Mahat. Let us see the formation of the primary triangle of Sri Chakram in this diagram. In the central triangle, encircling the Bindu or the central point, the line that goes upward diagonally from below towards the left side represents Vama, which rises by vomiting the cosmos, and that also represents Srishti or creation. Then the horizontal line progressing from left to the right represents Jyeshtha, which also symbolizes the steady maintenance or sthiti of the created world. This is mentioned as Baddha Suspashta Rekha in the Dandagam, as you might have noticed. Again, the diagonal line that descends heading towards the starting point on the right side and completing the triangle represents Raudri, which also symbolizes the Samhara or final absorption back to the source. The amalgamation of these three Shaktis is Ambika, who is the form of the Moola Trikona or the primary triangle, Shringataka. That is why she is praised by the names Trikonaga and Trikonantara Deepika in Sri Lalita Sahasranama. So, Sri Chakram is the visible embodiment of the cosmic manifestation of the power of the great goddess. That is why, and that is how Sri Chakram renders power and efficacy to the Sri Vidya sadhana. It is very, very sacred and important for this sadhana. The remaining portion, the rest of the description we shall see in the next part. Till then, Namaste.